Hi, and welcome to the Partner Playbook. My name is Tonya Gentry. I'm the Chief Sales Officer for Big Red Media, MSP Success, and I'm super happy to have you guys here today. I have Mike Hanauer, Chief Revenue Officer with Todyl, with me. Thanks, Mike, for joining us.
Absolutely, Tonya. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I started working with Todyl right in COVID, in the middle of COVID. Actually, it was in 2020. It's been super fun for me personally to see what you guys have done coming into the market, from that point on and how you guys have grown and just the really cool things that you guys are doing over there. But for those who are listening that may be unfamiliar with Todyl, can you give us a brief background about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Todyl is a single agent modular security platform. And when I say platform, it's important to mention that we have built everything in-house. This is not a conglomeration of a whole bunch of different solutions. So it is a single agent that you can activate and deactivate individual modules, which include SASE, SIM, MXDR, endpoint, GRC, and LAN Zero Trust as well.
Very cool. So, everybody comes here and listens to this because we talk about the partner program. What are some of the benefits and key features that you want us to know about your guys' partner program?
Yeah. So if you look at sort of any industry survey, you always see the top two things, biggest concerns for MSPs are sales and marketing and cybersecurity. So we wanted to combine all of those things and make sure that MSPs have access to the tools that they need to become security first MSPs. One of the main things about the partner program is we actually redid our entire go-to-market org design in the last 3 months. And once an MSP comes on board, they're going to have two dedicated resources, regardless of what they've purchased. One's going to be a customer success manager who will be their main point of contact. And they're focused on the efficiency of the business, making sure they're maximizing usage and they're charging their customers for what they're using. And the other side is a channel account manager who's focused on the growth of the business. So when they have new opportunities with customers and need help with pitch decks or live demos for those end customers, they're going to have somebody that's purely focused on the go-to-market growth of their business. In addition to that, depending on the product you purchase, you would also have an assigned detection and response account manager who is, if you call the SOC, if you have issues, if you have any security incidents, you have a single point of contact that understands your network, knows your people, understands your customers and their compliance needs, and helps you navigate those incidents. And then on the go-to-market front, we have custom webinar planning, branded collateral, business planning workshops, go-to-market planning with MDF. And when you get into the higher tiers, you actually get an assigned executive sponsor. So that's somebody that's VP level or above that if you have any issue, you can always reach out to. I know in my past, I've been in the MSP space since 2011. Having that line up to the top when you need something done quickly has always been super important to the partners that I've worked with.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it, and especially, always, right? And I think that's really impressive, and to see the changes. That's a lot of enhancements. Anything else that you guys are looking to enhance? We're almost or starting to talk about 2025 right now.
Yeah.
Anything that you're looking at adding even more to it?
Yeah, we are. We timed the release of this towards the end of the year so we could get a solid quarter with the new go-to-market function and gain feedback from partners so we can potentially do a re-release in early 2025 and add some more benefits. Actually, one of the things we're piloting right now is, again, on the go-to-market assistance side. You look at most MSPs, there's not a dedicated sales leadership team or a CRO or a head of sales. It's generally one person that's acting as an SDR, an account executive, channel account manager. Sometimes that's the CEO. So one of the things that we're piloting is doing a monthly all hands with the sales staff for MSPs and talking through, hey, what are the biggest wins? What's big news this time of year? What are changes to compliance? What are the new materials that you have available to you? So it's we're actually piloting it now. We've got 40 people attending. I think it's next week. So we're going to see how that goes and potentially add that as a benefit next year as well.
Crazy. So adding even like sales training to it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. So as an MSP, for anyone that's listening right now, they might have seen you guys at some shows. They've seen probably, different things that you guys have done as far as advertising. But, what do you guys look for? What does Todyl look for in an MSP partner?
Yeah, so it's a great question. We've actually gone through a few iterations of ideal partner profiling, figuring out who the ideal partners are for us, and ideal customer profiling. So understanding what are the needs of successful customers of our partners. And what we determined is that there isn't a specific size of MSP. There's not a specific revenue. There's not a specific compliance profile that they need to focus on. What we found is just that partners who want to be security first MSPs, like that's who we want to target. If you look at a lot of vendors in the space, they're focused on capturing their wallet share of the MSP market, which is in the hundreds of billions of dollars just in cybersecurity. But the cybersecurity opportunity in the SMB space is over $2 trillion.
Wow.
So what we want to do is we want to capture that market through our MSPs, and we want to help them do that. So really, it's just that they want to focus on becoming a security first MSP and have security as one of the cornerstones of their business. And when they have that sort of mentality and that sort of dedication, that's what we've determined is a successful partner.
So I come on, I'm signing up with you guys. What would you say that I need to do to be successful with you guys right out the door, right out the gate?
Yeah, so it is really all about engagement. We've actually seen that the partners that we have that engage in at least a scheduled monthly call grow at twice the rate that the partners who aren't engaging in those calls. So it's really making sure that you get to know the people that you're going to be working with day in and day out. Understand that those folks are there to help. We understand that we're not successful and we don't grow unless our partners grow. So making sure that you're staying engaged. And I've been at a lot of different companies in the MSP space, and I know that most MSPs don't want to talk to a salesperson. And that's why your dedicated day-to-day contact is somebody helping you focus on the efficiency. But tapping that channel account manager to help you close deals and get you the materials that you need, make sure that the pricing and packaging and bundling that you have is right for your market. That's really where you're going to be successful. So making sure you engage all your resources, I would say.
Great. So I know I ask this question all the time about feedback, right? So there's never a company that says no, feedback's not important. Everyone says it's very important. I know it's really important to Todyl. What are some of the things that you've been hearing lately that's on your partners' minds?
Yeah, so it's really three things. It's consolidation, cyber insurance, and compliance. And on the consolidation front, there's a lot of folks out there talking about that you can consolidate under a single vendor. And a lot of MSPs are talking about, what are the risks of over consolidation and supply chain risks, putting all your eggs in one basket. How much is it actually helping my business efficiency? So there's a lot of talk around that, around finding the balance. Cyber insurance, I think, has been a hot topic that everybody's sort of trying to work through as premiums increase and requirements increase, trying to figure out ways to lower premiums for their customers. And then on the compliance front, and we have a unique view on this because part of our platform does include compliance reporting. So if you have clients that have HIPAA or NIST compliance that they need to meet, it can spit out reports that they can deliver to the executive team pretty easily. But our stance is it's actually that you need to develop a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy. Most of these compliances were developed, they're 1 to 3 years behind where threat actors are now. So building a strategy that's defending against today's threat actors is going to protect you better than simply meeting the base level of compliance needs. And generally, you can check off most boxes by developing the right strategy.
Great. So last question. Can you share anything that is on your 2025 roadmap? Doesn't have to be the partner program. It can just be product even, or your solution.
Yeah, we're developing some new things around SOAR and anomaly detection, and there's a lot of focus around detection and response. But we're shifting a few resources to make sure we can focus on the prevention of those things from happening in the first place. That would be an ideal situation. I probably shouldn't go into more details, or I'll get yelled at by the product team. But there are some announcement coming soon, hopefully by end of year.
Very cool. So, well, I appreciate you taking time, to sit down with me for a few minutes. I know you're busy. Well, I love Todyl. You guys have been a great partner of mine. So I'm super glad that you could, spare a few minutes to be here with me. And then to all the MSPs that are watching, thank you. And we will put the Todyl website on here so you guys can reach out if you've got any questions. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.